Okay, so Joe, I wanted to take you through a couple of things here. First of all, thank you for raising your hand. It's the most important part here. This is the right place to do this. I want to sort of walk you through how we can look at this from a marketing perspective and we can look at this from a sales perspective. But the first thing that I want to understand is where do you think your number one issue is? What is the biggest problem that you want to solve? Is it top of funnel, getting leads in? Is it nurturing those leads, converting them into qualified prospects, or is it getting the people that are sort of hot to the next place? What would you say you would really want to focus on here?
Well, A, B, and C. But so
If
here,
you had to prioritize it, do you want
sure,
to go
I
A,
no,
B,
I
and C?
Pick
sure
one
I
first.
understand. I understand. So I have gone from a team of having, and I'll be very brief with this. I've gone from a team of 7 people with a ton of lead spend to, I got some health issues and whatever else that I've kind of worked through, but I've disintegrated the team. I've dismantled the team, and I'm a solo agent at the moment. Okay.
Okay.
I've got a database, and I'm trying to cut down my spending because I went solo. And I've cut everything back, so I don't have any kind of ad spend at all, and I have not had any ad spend for about 2 years now. Okay.
Okay.
I've been looking at a database with leads that I've got in there over the years, and it's 10,261 people are in the database. Okay.
Okay.
I've got probably 5,000 of those people, 5,500 of those people have matching emails that coincide with a Facebook profile, right?
Mm.
So, because we were doing some Facebook marketing at the last
Right.
company I was with Lopo, right? And so they did that match inside the database. So now I've got 5,500 people with matching profiles to run ads to. Of those people who are in that 5,500 category, right? There's probably 400 or so that maybe 500 who have in the past year and a half been back on the website and done any kind of touch whatsoever. So my focus has been right now, at least my brain is saying, all right, Joe, this whole database touch thing is not really working out for you. I need to start doing some more ad spend again. And then I see Darius's face pop up on my window and I go, ah, shit, there's still so much I'm not doing for my database.
Okay.
So
All right.
when you ask that question, I go right away to say database first. Let's get
Okay.
that lever working and operational before I start worrying about top of funnel.
Okay, I love this. This gives me a really good starting point. And
Right.
the last thing that I want to do here is to tell you to do 100 things because that's not what you need to hear. What
Right.
you need to hear is how you can go get your 10 hottest prospects in your lap, in a spreadsheet, engaged, interested, buyers, sellers, whatever it may be. That's what we need to focus on.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to prescribe to you today. So here's my take on how to use Dubb to go generate your next real estate sale. Okay. For me, it starts with this idea of starting from a macro perspective, but using specific data to figure out who is interested. Because
Yeah.
what we really want to focus on is our hottest prospects, our hot 100, our hot 10. That's what we always talk about in sales. How do we get to those people that are ready to go? Those are the people that we need to focus on. If someone is looking to buy or sell within the next 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, it's great to keep them top of mind. It's great to have them keep us top of mind. It's great to sort of get into their mix, but that's not something that's going to convert into income in the foreseeable future. So for that, we need to sort of put it aside, deprioritize it. That's more of a social following, video, email, newsletter. That's something that we can work on. Here is my proposal to you. What I believe you should do is create a series of YouTube videos and social videos that you can share in a video email newsletter. So one of the features that exists on Dubb that actually a lot of people don't know about is that if you are able to go and generate a simple few minute video on YouTube, you can then host that YouTube video on a Dubb landing page and you can send a video email newsletter out to your 500 warm prospects, to your 5,500 matched Facebook profiles, or even to the 10K email list. Now, if you are going to do anything over 1,000, we definitely recommend that you use an email cleaning tool emaillistvalidation.com. There's a number of those. We have some technology on the back end, which we can talk about, but you definitely don't want to blast an email to 10K emails because many of those are probably going to be bad emails and
Right.
it's going to damage your reputation. So it's absolutely critical that you clean your email list before you send to that. When you record this video piece of content that explains to people 2026, what is the nature of the industry? What does it look like to be buying? What does it look like to be selling? What are the important things? How do we increase our home's value? How do we find the home of our dreams? What are the tax implications? What do interest rates look like? What are the latest properties in your farmed area? What is the most information that you can provide to people that's valuable? With you, your authenticity, your real expertise. By creating that piece of video content and putting it on YouTube and then sending it as a video email newsletter, which I'm going to show you how to do in just a moment here, you now can figure out who is actually opening your email, clicking on the email, and then watching some portion of that video, and then ultimately clicking your call to action, which hopefully is booking a time in your calendar. So does any of that sound interesting? Does it sound accessible? Do you have any objections for me? I'd love to work through this with you.
No, you know that sounds right.
Okay.
You've
So,
done this before, dude.
okay. All right. So hey, I'm married to a real estate agent. I still take signs out of trunks, so I'm the ultimate helper. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a couple of things here. So number one is once you mentioned AI profile. This applies to anyone that's using the Dubb platform. Okay, make sure that you have your AI profile set up. Okay, you might consider creating a new one, which is your social presence, your YouTube account. There's buyers, sellers, depending on who you're communicating with, you have different goals. Okay, so in this instance, I'm going to use my AI profile because it's sort of engineered for social content, for driving conversions. It has my target audience. It has my USP, my unique selling proposition, what we offer, some of the tones that I like, my desired call to action, and a couple of other things here. So what I might do, and by the way, I do this every day. That's why we have this podcast table here, is we go and generate a YouTube script for a 5-minute video for real estate agents to acquire more sellers. This will be so much better on your account versus mine because mine is not engineered for this. But let's just go ahead and see what it says. Once you educate your AI profile, it's going to create a really nice script for you. Okay. So I have a nice script here. Okay. Is this perfect? No, not yet. Have I given it any specific information that I know about? I absolutely have not. Have I put the information from my MLS, from my market updates, from what my broker is teaching me, from what I'm reading in the trades and, from some of the sort of real estate influencers? No, it has not. You should definitely put that information in there because otherwise it's going to be very generic, which we don't want. But it's got some great content in here. It's got a great script. It has questions for me. Now, what it always will do, it will ask you, do you want to save this into your Dubb scripts? It's always going to ask you that. So yes, save to scripts. Once you save this to your scripts, you now have a generated script for YouTube, for Instagram, for a Dubb video message that you want to send to an individual, as a video email newsletter. It can help you with what to say, because quite frankly, knowing what to say is the hardest part for people. Initially, I don't feel comfortable being on camera. That's just a repetition thing. We all feel uncomfortable on camera. Once you do it 100 times, you don't feel that anyway. Once you get the check, once you cash the check comes and you're like, I got this check here because I made a video. I'm over being scared of being on video because the money's here. I'm making money in my sleep, to be very frank. Okay. So here is my beautiful script. Now I've got my script here. Now here's the cool thing. I always talk about video, I always talk about AI, and I always talk about repetition. That's what I opened up with this morning. Okay. Once that is in there, you can now use any of the Dubb technology to record your video. So here I am on the website. with my script right here, right in front of my face. You know, if I were on a laptop, my camera would be right up here, and you might not even know that I'm looking at the eye line. On the Dubb mobile app, the same experience. You know, one of the things that we just ordered is these selfie sticks, and we're going to be giving these selfie sticks away to people because this is my most valuable asset outside of my phone and my brain. This is my most valuable asset because it sits on my desk. So anytime I want to record, I just click the button and it records a video. Sideways is YouTube, upright is social, video, email, you know, X, Facebook, TikTok, whatever you choose. The teleprompter is in front of me. Now I have high value, okay? Can you add B-roll? Can you share your screen with the Dubb Chrome extension, with the Dubb mobile app, with the Dubb desktop app? You absolutely can. Is that a little bit more advanced? Can you get stuck? Yeah, it takes a little bit more experience to use those pieces of technology. So I always say, just start with you and your personality. If you're at a coffee shop, if you're at your conference table, if you're meeting someone on your kitchen table, you might not have a lot of visuals in your hand. You might not have charts and graphs to take people through. It might just be the eye contact of sharing your expertise with them. So bring that in your first YouTube video, in your first video email newsletter. Iterate towards screen videos and show some market updates, show some charts and graphs, show what the LIPOR looks like so that people can understand where interest rates are coming from. Show that stuff, but eventually it's going to take time, and it takes a couple of reps to do that. Record your video like this, okay? Here's another cool thing about Dubb that a lot of people don't know about, okay? It's a one-click upload. This is actually our good friend Kelly Wheeler, who's a real estate influencer with a lot of YouTube subscribers who always promotes us. It's really nice to see. So if we want to go and upload this video to YouTube, all we have to do is just click one button here after we configure it, and it uploads to our YouTube account. Now, boom, we have a YouTube video. High value piece of content with a great title that talks about what buyers should know about, what sellers should know about, whatever the specific SEO, search engine optimization title is. Okay, once we have that title of our video and it's on YouTube, here's what we can do. We can go into the campaign section right here, click on email, we can click the plus button, and we can create our real estate video email newsletter. Okay, we can, oh, sorry, actually, I missed a step. What you want to do is you want to click on the create a video, and once you upload this video to YouTube, put the link right there. Once that video is imported here, it will be installed into your Dubb account, okay? And then when you go to the email campaign section and you click plus, you'll be able to see that video right here. And then you just go through the sequence, create a body, create, I'll just quickly show this, create a body, create an email signature if you have, select your recipients. You can literally paste the emails right here, which is a little nasty. I mean, that's like kind of raw. I don't recommend that, but it's not impossible. Or you can do something a little bit more sophisticated, which is to tag your contacts within the Dubb CRM. And that way you can select a tag that's called newsletter, industry news, whatever you title it, and then boom, you send this video out to them. It doesn't stop there though. Where this gets interesting is the data. Okay, so send it, pretend like I sent it. Now what you want to do is you want to go back to your data and you want to see who are the people. I'll find you a nice video email newsletter that's going to show who actually clicked on the video. So in this section right here, we have the names of individuals that literally clicked on our video, who clicked on it, who opened it, who reacted, who did a video reply, who even watched the video. So do you want to know who your top 10 folks are? It's probably the people that watch the videos. It's probably the people that received your email newsletter, that opened it, that clicked it, that went to the video page, and then watched a percentage of the video. And then guess what? To Darius's point, you pick up the phone and you say, "Hey Susie, I noticed you just watched my video, and I just wanted to reach out. Are there any specific questions you have?" Susie is going to be blown away. Susie is going to say, "Wow, that's amazing that you know that I watched your video." She's not going to be creeped out. We do this all the time. We do this every day. People they're sort of enamored with it. They're enchanted. They're curious about it, and they're impressed. And one thought goes through their mind: are you going to sell my house the way that you're selling yourself? Because if that's the case, I want to work with you right now. Because no one else called me. No one else sent me a personalized video message after I watched your YouTube video. No one else did that. I want to work with you, Joe. And then the magic starts to happen. So the key, though, is getting into a cycle of doing this. Go daily. I mean, how often do we need to work out? Once a week? A couple times a week? I mean, 5 days a week? It's about consistency. So get into the flow of a YouTube video. Everything I just said sort of applies to an Instagram video. The problem with the Instagram video is that you can't host it on a landing page. It's the one nuance. That's why we like YouTube. We all know that on Instagram, people are just swiping, so you don't really get that focused of an audience. Whereas on YouTube, people are there for a couple of minutes, creating that connection with you. Joe, how does that sound? Does any of that resonate with you? Did any of that confuse you? I would love to make this really, really approachable, accessible. I would also love to bring you on stage next week in our real estate training on Wednesdays, same time on Wednesdays, and have you share what this experience is like. Give me any objections or any honest feedback here.
Well, yeah, it's all spot on.
Okay.
That's the bottom line, right? And again, this is all good and it all makes sense from a workflow standpoint and being intentional about a small amount of things to start with, right? And
Yeah.
that I think can get the ball rolling. You know, Still need to get the actual profile set up the right way,
Okay.
right? And get those things going. I booked an appointment as far as being on stage. I don't care. I mean, I'll talk to anybody about anything. But I booked a 30-minute time on Wednesday with Rob,
Perfect.
probably
Perfect.
after it's at two o'clock, I think is what I booked. Let me double check. Yeah, 2 o'clock Central Time on Wednesday the 18th. So I've got that set up with him right now,
Okay.
which is cool. And yeah, I mean, again, after I get the profiles all set up and ready to go, execute what you just talked about as another layer, and then I'd be happy to jump on any calls or any trainings if it helps, everybody out.
Yeah, our goal would just be to bring you back and continue to support you. In
Yeah,
the
sure.
chat on Zoom, I just put together my notes that I would, if you could please present those to Rob, because he's an expert at all of this stuff.
Got
If
it.
you present those notes to Rob, he will literally not just teach you how to do it, but he'll actually help set up a lot of this information, like your AI profile, like your email campaign sender, like your AI profile, like this, your video analytics. He'll help you configure all of this. So you're gonna be really successful because you're asking all the right questions. Hey, let's solve our problems with sales and and calling and videoing and recording and doing all this stuff.
Why can I not copy that out of the chat?
Oh, maybe
There's
take a screenshot.
a three dot item next to it. If you next to the chat message, there's little three dots. If you click that, there will be an option to copy.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a weird Zoom chat thing.
So, Joe,
Uh,
give me some
I'm sorry.
feedback. What is the experience like using Dubb? What is it like for you? I mean, what is its experience like for you?
I'm going to pass it over to Rob right now. So don't worry about it copying it from there. I'm going to let
All
him
right,
know.
cool. Yeah, because I still can't figure out what that is.
Okay.
What's the experience been like with, well, again, I haven't utilized it to its
Yeah,
fullest.
Yeah.
that's the experience I
Well, I
have.
mean, what about this? I'm talking about this right now, right here.
Oh yeah, this is all cool. I love
Yeah.
that you guys, the principals of the company and
Yeah.
the leaders of the company are online and talking about it. I love that. Usually this kind of stuff gets handed off to some group in the Philippines, and it just gets all muddied up and, gunked up. So yeah, this is all really cool. And having real world examples, and I know you have a ton of realtors. I know you have
Yeah.
a ton of other business people that are using the platform to a, novice level all the way to, near expert level. And, I just want to get to the midpoint right now. And as soon as I can get this utilized as an integrated tool in my arsenal, and I think about it, right?
Yeah.
I think about consciously like, oh, I need to, you know, get a dub video, and that process is no longer daunting in any way, shape, or form. Where I
Yes.
just, hey,
You
look,
got
I know how to do this on my mobile. I know how to do it on
Right.
my desktop, and I know what buttons to click when. And
Right.
if I take away that kind of static in between the process, I think everything obviously gets easier. And
Were you
that's a good idea.
for
Like
Android?
you said, having a selfie stick on your desktop, I got to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? Here's my second favorite tool. Um,
Yeah,
I wanted to say two very, very quick things here.
yeah,
Number one is that the key for us is training.
yeah,
It's transparency. We have a team in the Philippines, and they are smarter than me. Every single person over there is smarter than me. And the problem is when companies don't train and provide the level of information and expertise and empowerment that is required to go and support people. So when you go and meet someone from our team in the Philippines, it's not like a company that, PayPal that just hired a force of individuals that were not properly trained. So I am so proud of our team from the Philippines. They
I
are,
think Eileen probably knows more about the tool itself than Rob.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
So it's training. It's not the people, it's the training. Yeah, I just want to
yeah.
clarify that.
And I don't want you to just think that I'm disparaging anybody
no,
from the
of course.
Philippines.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My point is that Philip, this is something I've observed, and I feel like I've confirmed this with many, many people that use VAs at a high level, is there's just a logic that's wired differently in people around the world, right? And for some reason, when I communicate, um, I don't know, there's a gap, right, of logic that I get a little frustrated with sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're
Well,
right, it's all training and it's all
yeah,
cool, right? And we don't need to focus on that.
it's training and it's context. Everyone, the thing, the one of the things that we have done, which I'm so proud of, is that we've empowered our team to go and be salespeople, to go and be marketers. So they're not training from the outside, they're training from the inside. They know what it's like to go and send a personalized video because they do. They know what it's like to send a video email newsletter because they do. They know what it's like to pick up the phone when they see the analytics pop off and go and close a deal. So I'm glad you mentioned that. But Joe, I wanted to do something for you.
Yeah.
I have the Dubb mobile app open right here. There's probably a lot of glare here, but
Yeah.
this is the Dubb mobile app. This is how easy it is to go and build personal relationships using video. We've made the process so simple. Honestly, a lot of it is about not really giving a F. To be very honest, to be very frank, it's just about being authentic because a lot of us, we get stuck in this mindset. We have to look a certain way, our background has to be a certain way. But I got to tell you something. In terms of what closes deals, it's authenticity. Now, I'm not saying we should be in our underwear here, okay? Obviously, there's some level, there's some threshold here, but assuming that you have a nice setup and you have something good to say, it's amazing what can happen when we send personalized videos. And I just very quickly wanted to send you one, just a message of gratitude. This will just take 10 seconds, and I'm going to put the link right here because it's that easy. Is that all right with you, Joe?
Yeah, let's roll.
All right, let's do it. Three, two, one. Hey, hey, Joe, it's Ruben Dua, the CEO of Dubb. I wanted to thank you so much for coming up on stage. It takes a lot of bravery to come out there and raise your hand, and we're so glad that we were able to support you. Thank you for being the best part about Dubb. Quick message, right? Face to the name, upload it. 2 seconds, it's going to upload it. Boom, it's done. It's uploaded. I've got my video URL right here. I copy the URL, and normally I would email this to you, but what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to paste it here. So just think about how powerful that is. I was able to record a personalized video for you, Joe, in as long as it took that the video is. It's a 10-second video. It took me 10 seconds to record. And now I can text that, I can email it to you. In this case, I put it into DM on Zoom. And now you can go and see that video. You can share it. In real estate, what do spouses do? They share with their spouses. Hey, honey, take a look at what this real estate agent just sent me. Now all of a sudden, you're going micro mini viral inside their house, and they're watching your video multiple times. We see that all the time. People send a personalized video message, and then it gets shared in the household or in the company. And we know that that's a really positive experience because it's like cloning ourselves. It's like getting into someone's office space in their living room and pitching ourselves, presenting ourselves. And a lot of it is just not really caring and being authentic and being consistent, Joe.
Great.
Joe, thank you so much for listening. Appreciate you.
You guys are awesome.